appointment. 2 vegetables, one that has been used in traditional medicine for over 4,000 years, and one that you probably already have in your refrigerator right now, have been studied in peer-reviewed clinical trials for their effects on PCOS hormones. And the results are genuinely remarkable. I am Dr. Emily Carter, and welcome to Vital Roots MD. Today I am going to show you exactly what the science says about fenugreek and broccoli for PCOS, including a 2024 clinical trial that compared fenugreek directly to one of the most prescribed PCOS medications in the world. Polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, is the most common hormonal disorder among women of reproductive age. It affects between 8 and 13% of women worldwide. In the United States alone, that means roughly 5 million women are currently living with PCOS. PCOS causes a cascade of hormonal imbalances: too much insulin, too many androgens like testosterone, irregular or absent periods, ovarian cysts, acne, excess facial and body hair, weight gain that will not respond to dieting, and in many cases, infertility. And here is the part that is most frustrating for women with PCOS. Standard medical treatment often means taking metformin, a diabetes medication, or hormonal birth control to manage symptoms. These medications help many women, but they do not address the root cause, and many women experience significant side effects. To understand why fenugreek and broccoli work for PCOS, we first need to understand the 2 core biological problems driving it. The first is insulin resistance. In most women with PCOS, the body's cells stop responding properly to insulin. The pancreas compensates by producing even more insulin. These high insulin levels then trigger the ovaries to produce excess testosterone and other androgens, and that is what causes most of the visible symptoms of PCOS. The second core problem is estrogen imbalance, specifically estrogen dominance, where there is too much circulating estrogen relative to progesterone. This contributes to irregular cycles, mood instability, weight gain, and worsening of many PCOS symptoms. This is exactly where fenugreek and broccoli come in. Fenugreek directly targets insulin resistance. Broccoli directly targets estrogen metabolism. Together, they address both root causes of PCOS simultaneously, from 2 completely different biological directions. Let us start with fenugreek, known in South Asian cultures as methi. Fenugreek seeds contain a unique compound called 4-hydroxyisoleucine, which directly improves insulin sensitivity by helping cells respond to insulin more efficiently. They are also extremely rich in soluble fiber, which slows the absorption of sugar from the digestive tract and prevents blood sugar spikes. Now here is the clinical evidence. A 2024 randomized triple-blind clinical trial published in the Journal of Reproduction and Infertility, that is one of the most rigorous study designs possible, directly compared fenugreek 333 milligrams to metformin 500 milligrams in 110 women with PCOS aged 16 to 40 years. The findings were significant. The fenugreek group showed meaningful improvements in lipid profiles, including reductions in total cholesterol and triglycerides. Women in the fenugreek group also experienced significantly less hair loss compared to the metformin group. The researchers concluded that while fenugreek cannot substitute metformin as primary PCOS treatment, it works excellently as an adjuvant therapy, particularly for women with lipid disorders and significant hair loss associated with PCOS. Additionally, a 90-day randomized controlled trial using fenugreek seed powder in women with PCOS found that regular fenugreek consumption had a positive effect on menstrual cycle regularity, maturation of eggs, reduction in ovarian volume, and improvement in infertility markers. These are not minor outcomes. These go to the very core of what PCOS takes away from women. I want to be transparent with you, as I always am. Fenugreek is a promising and evidence-supported natural adjuvant for PCOS, but it is not a standalone cure. The evidence is strongest for lipid improvement and hair loss. For insulin resistance and menstrual regulation, results vary between studies and larger trials are still needed. Always work with your physician before adding fenugreek supplementation to your PCOS management plan. Now let us talk about broccoli, and specifically a compound it contains called DIM, which stands for diindolyl methane. When you eat cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, or Brussels sprouts, your stomach acid breaks down a compound called indole 3-carbinol, which is then converted by your body into DIM. And DIM is one of the most researched natural compounds for estrogen balance in women. DIM works in a very specific and elegant way. It interacts with liver enzymes that process estrogen, shifting the breakdown of estrogen away from harmful inflammatory metabolites toward what scientists call 2-hydroxyestrone, a safer, less inflammatory form of estrogen. In simple terms, DIM does not lower estrogen. It helps your body metabolize estrogen more cleanly and efficiently. For women with PCOS, this matters significantly. When estrogen is not metabolized efficiently, the resulting inflammatory estrogen metabolites worsen PCOS symptoms, including acne, mood swings, weight gain, and cycle irregularity. DIM from broccoli helps the liver clear these problematic metabolites, which can lead to clearer skin, more regular cycles, and a calmer hormonal environment overall. Method 1. Fenugreek seeds soaked overnight. Take 1 teaspoon of whole fenugreek seeds, soak them in a glass of water overnight, and drink the water, plus eat the seeds first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This is one of the oldest and most effective preparations. Soaking activates the seeds and makes the active compounds more bioavailable. Method 2. Fenugreek seed powder in food. Grind fenugreek seeds into a powder and add half a teaspoon to smoothies, yogurt, or warm water with lemon. This is the easiest daily method for women who find the taste manageable. Start with a 1/4 teaspoon and build up to avoid digestive discomfort. Method 3. Fenugreek supplements. For women who cannot tolerate the bitter taste, fenugreek seed extract capsules are a well-researched alternative. The clinical trials use doses ranging from 333 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams daily. Look for standardized fenugreek seed extract from a reputable brand. I will leave specific recommendations in the description. For broccoli and DIM, eat 3 to 5 servings of cruciferous vegetables per week. Raw or lightly steamed broccoli retains the highest levels of indole 3-carbinol. Broccoli sprouts, in particular, contain 10 to 100 times more of the active compounds than mature broccoli. They are available in most health food stores and are easy to add to salads and wraps. Important safety notes. Fenugreek can lower blood sugar, so if you are on diabetes medication or insulin, monitor your levels carefully and inform your doctor. Fenugreek is not recommended during pregnancy. DIM from food is generally safe, but high-dose DIM supplements can interact with certain liver medications. As always, inform your healthcare provider before beginning any new supplement. Bonus tip 1. Add spearmint tea. Multiple clinical studies have shown that spearmint tea, 2 cups per day, reduces androgen levels in women with PCOS. This is one of the most replicated natural findings in PCOS research. Fenugreek plus spearmint tea is a genuinely evidence-backed daily combination for reducing excess testosterone and its associated symptoms. Bonus tip 2. Address sugar and refined carbohydrates. Since insulin resistance is the engine driving most PCOS symptoms, reducing your intake of refined sugars and processed carbohydrates will amplify everything fenugreek and broccoli are doing at the cellular level. You do not need to eliminate carbohydrates. Just replace refined white flour and sugar with whole grains, legumes, and vegetables. This single dietary shift can change your PCOS trajectory significantly. Bonus tip 3. Resistance training 3 times per week. Exercise in general improves insulin sensitivity, but resistance training in particular has been shown in multiple studies to reduce androgen levels and improve menstrual regularity in women with PCOS more effectively than cardio alone. Even bodyweight squats, lunges, and push-ups done consistently produce measurable hormonal improvements. Fenugreek plus broccoli plus regular resistance training is your most powerful natural PCOS protocol. So there you have it, a 2024 peer-reviewed clinical trial. 2 vegetables working on 2 different root causes of PCOS simultaneously, 4 practical daily methods, and 3 powerful supporting strategies. If you or someone you love is struggling with PCOS, Please share this video. Most women with PCOS have never been told about these natural options. You sharing this video is genuinely making a difference. Hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell. Next week, we are covering the top 5 vegetables that naturally support female fertility, and the clinical evidence is remarkable. You do not want to miss that one. Leave me a comment below. Do you have PCOS? What has your experience been with natural approaches? I read every single comment. I am Dr. Emily Carter. Eat smart, live strong. See you next video.